Welcome to this board webinar about retail planning, more specifically about store status. I'm going to keep this introduction short, but if you want more information, please visit our website or you can contact me through LinkedIn under Sebastian Bell. Sonum has been implementing planning solutions in all kinds of industries, and in the retail industry we came across some challenges which were really specific for this business. Each retailer was confronted with the work of creating a detailed forecast, and when a weekly forecast was prepared, it meant a lot of work when a store was added or opening dates changed. Based upon the implementations we've performed, we have identified several challenges and created solutions for them, which we'll present in a series of board webinars. Changing the dates of a refurbishment or a store closure means amending all the line items, which can be a really time-consuming task. Besides this, when shifting a refurbishment, the weekly revenue needs to be input for some weeks and removed in some other weeks. Besides, if you open a store, you probably already want to have some costs in the first month before the opening, whereas if you close a store, the rent cost will still need to be in the next month. When using the store status as a driver, we will be able to perform these calculations easily and create a dynamic way of solving this. In our solution, the store status becomes a main driver in the financial model, and the revenue will be dynamically calculated based on a combination of three aspects, namely the store status, seasonality, and the yearly revenue. Of course, the cost will be related to the store status and will also be calculated dynamically. The software that has been used to create this demonstration model is Board. Board is a one-stop solution which can be used for analysis, business intelligence, and corporate performance management, and can be tailored to the specific needs of the client. I would like to invite you to visit the website of Board or to contact us if you want to know any more about the possibilities Board can offer. Now I will demonstrate in Board how we can easily add a new store and forecast the revenue with the use of store status. So here we are at the main screen of our application. On top you can see the navigation bar, and if we want to add a store, we simply go to store status and the store settings screen. The great thing of Board is that the user has the ability to add members to the dimension without the help of IT. So during the forecast it is really easy to not only add a new store, but also, for example, add a new employee or a new product. We don't need any technical stuff. We just click the button here, insert a new member, and a screen pops up. And here we can insert a code. Let's say it's DS, which stands for Demo Store. And here we also assign some characteristics to this new store. In this case, the region, let's say it's Belgium, and the formula, let's say Formula 1 applies to the store. These characteristics can be used not only to filter data, but also to show data on an aggregated level. You're pretty much able to add in any type of relationship you would like to see. For example, this could also be per country or per manager. So once we submit this, we can see the demo store popping up at the top of our data view. For the opening dates, let's say it's opening in April 2016. It's a non-comparable, it's a new store, so we tick the box for new store, and here you can see the characteristics we just assigned. As you can see, there's lots of different ways to enter data in Board. We can do this manually, but also here, for example, we have the ability to use a calendar. Of course, we have the tick boxes here, and the drop-down menus over here. Once we're happy with the data we entered, we can save it. A small procedure will run, and now the data will be available throughout the model. Here on the top you can see an example of a filter. In this case we have a Formula 1 store, but if you have a Formula 2 store, you can create small lists instead of one really big one. Okay, so once we set up the store, we can check the status. Here we have an overview of all the different stores and if they're open or not. In this case, our demo store is still closed. We said it would open in April 2016, which is more or less week 13. So let's refresh the store status, and then we'll see that after the 13th week, the store is open. And here on top of the screen you can also see the formulas. Now for example, I show you how easy it is to switch. If you want to see both Formula 1 and Formula 2 stores, we simply delete this one We add in a new selector. We connect it to the entity formula. Let's say it's a horizontal list. Move it a little bit upwards, make it fit. And here we have it. And now once we save the screen and go out of design mode, we can select Formula 1 stores, but also Formula 2 stores at the same time. It's really easy to adjust the screens. Alright, I'm going to remove this because I was happy with the way it was. And here it's back again. So once we've done this, we can input our revenues. Let's go to the gross sales. And we've created an input screen. Let's say for the year 2016, this store has 10 million of revenues. We enter the data and we save it. A small process will run again. This data will be spread seasonally over the weeks that the store was open. Based on the opening week, this 10,000 euro will be calculated. I'll show you an overview which is easier to understand. As you can see in this screen, Board has the ability to show not only tables but graphs at the same time. This is a way you can easily get an overview of your numbers while still being able to perform your forecast. The moment we focus on the demo store, we can see that the revenue is being calculated starting from week 14. And the gross revenue in this case is 9.5 million. The reason for this is that the revenue is only being calculated from the starting of the opening week. So the first period of the year, the revenue isn't calculated. Besides this, we can see that the gross sales are spread seasonally throughout the year, which is done based on a week split percentage. So far this first webinar, I would like to now end with a short wrap-up. So everybody wants to have a more detailed budget, greater flexibility, and spend less time creating it, so there's more time for analyzing. During this first webinar, we showed you how you can achieve this when using the store status as one of the main drivers in the financial plan. Next week, we'll show you how you can achieve the same goals with the creation of a different mechanism for comparable and non-comparable stores. If you have any questions or you would like to see more information about the possibilities Board can offer, feel free to contact me. You can reach me through my email address or through LinkedIn under the name Sebastian Bell. I would like to thank you for joining this webinar and hopefully see you during the next Board webinar session.